Hey, how are you guys? How you doing? How are you doing today? Hope you are doing great. Hope you are doing great. Let's give it 1 second for more people to join. This one here. No, this is not. I'm looking. Yeah, sometimes I try to have the the streaming on my phone just to see if everything is going well. Like you can actually see my screen and everything. But sometimes it has some sort of delay. I don't know. Hey, so what's up, Patrick Kumar Tokayo? Thank you, Tokayo, for your email. Hey, Shoki, how you doing? Hello, Jessica. Hola, Alex. Hello, Michelle, Dian, Faisal, Hagar. Good, good, good. Thank you for uh, sending me an email. Uh, Kumar, today we will close my position 20 minutes later after I place the order to sell on Tesla. Do you have a reason for that? I mean, it just happened like automatically or something? Hello, Thomas, Hagi, Misan, thank you for being here. Vanessa, uh, hello, Octavio, Alro, hello, Alro. I don't remember your name here, Alro. Welcome to this community. Rafa Traders Lab, good. Congratulations. That's a really nice step to prepare better for your trader journey. Um, that's super weird, Kumar. That's super weird. You can always call customer service or support, and they help you. I mean, probably they won't give you like, oh well, this trade went to double what actually went or something. That they are not giving you anything financially, but at least they can help you, understand what happened. Hola, Alberto. Hello, Lilia. 37 minutes. Yeah, well, that's always that. I mean, that's expected on market hours, right? Hello, Natalia. Happy Monday. Yeah, happily. Luckily, it ended on profit. Yeah, no, I know. All right, guys. So, hello, Mr. Hans. So let's get started. So, what happened today? First, oh well, first I think we should go here first. Let me do. All right. What's this post? Free market. 15 comments, 31 likes. Guys, thank you very much. Only means that only means that you are you already watched the chart. Anyone took a trade based on my charts, based on my key levels? I would like to know if I mean, one thing is that you actually came here, like watch the charts and, oh well, this guy actually stand uh actually did what he committed. But another good thing will be like if you guys actually took a trade based on those levels, Uh, all right. Yeah, Alberto. Do you remember last week we committed to starting on Monday? I will be sharing my charts on the pre-market for SPY and QQQ. Well, today was the first day. We had a very good response on that. But yeah, that's exactly what I was about to tell Patrick. I don't know how. I don't know how to do two different things. Yeah, let me go here. Oh. Probably it's just like a damn it. let's try it here, guys. Can let let me let me try it here. Posts. Nah, it's the same thing. For some reason, I don't know why. For some reason, I don't know why. But the two different things. The first one is that you cannot enlarge the images. So we are missing the price, right? We are missing the price. Uh, I mean, I think it's so it's clear where the levels are because they are not in the middle of nothing, right? That all the key levels are on a very specific point. This is the 15-minute chart. It's right here. It's right here, and I think yeah, also on the post. But yeah, it will be like way easier if we find the way to actually post the whole screen. So guys, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna test it today later, and I promise you that this is gonna be fine by tomorrow. All right. Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Well, but that was the first try. The first try. So let's build consistency, sharing the charts, and later we can fix and improve everything, right? Yeah, probably that's what I need to do, Kumar. I'm gonna need to screenshot the whole screen, and maybe with a like some buffer on the right, so you can at the time that YouTube like cuts the image, the price is inside of like what you can view. Also, I was reading your comments, guys, that on the YouTube mobile, I mean on your phone, it was even harder to take a look. So yeah, but I promise it's gonna be fixed. Just give me some time. Probably by tomorrow it's gonna be fixed. So just don't worry, don't worry. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. All right. To Dion trying to reclaim 680. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Kumar, also one feedback. If you can hide your indicators so that we can only see the levels, that will be great. On what indicators? Okay, well, there's only, in my defense, there's only one line of a different tool or indicator. It's the daily 20 SMA. That's like the yellow line. Everything else is just key levels, and yeah, blue lines. Remember, blue lines are previous highs and lows on the daily chart, and the white lines are key levels on the 15-minute chart. And the yellow box, it's a gap on the daily chart. But everything else is just key levels. Just yeah, but you're right. This yellow ladder, this yellow line, it's the daily 20 SMA. I use it a lot for my long-term portfolio. Every time I see a name of the ones that I have on my long-term portfolio, come back and retest this daily 20 SMA, I'm like super ready with my finger on the trigger to add to my position. That's actually one of my favorite setups for my long-term portfolio. Retests of the daily 20 SMA. So that's just informative. Okay, so if you had a chance, to take a look to my charts on the pre-market, guys, how well they work. How well they work, guys. So I really like how this box work, this 15-minute key level work, and this 15-minute key level work. That was gold. That was gold. All right. So we have a gap up. We have a gap up in the morning. actually a really nice gap up, right? Like, uh, what is the previous day close? Previous day close was something like 671, and on the post market, it actually went all the way to 672.50. What happened this morning? What happened this morning? Well, there were a few hints on the government to actually end the shutdown. Uh, this is kind of funny. That let me explain. This kind of funny because the government has been shut down for several weeks. Uh, I think I think we are like 40 days already, right? I don't remember. Like 40 days. And guys, I want to ask you your daily life. I mean, unless you work on the government, right? But your daily life was impacted in any way. I'm gonna tell you, mine, nothing, nada, not a single bit, nothing, nah. Just like this is said, nah. So it's kind of funny because I mean we are talking about trillions of dollars on budget, on government departments, on government offices, on programs. I know I'm not one of these guys that like receive government support, like SNAP or anything else. But I think, at least for what I've been talking with other people, kind of in my social status, it's like no one even noticed that the government was shut down. Right? So that's why it's kind of funny. But anyways, I mean, over the weekend we had some good news that some Democrats were, like bending the knee and accepting to approve the Republicans' budget. That's I think that's good news. I think that's good news. But the market reaction was exceptional, right? Was really good. So what happened? What happened this morning? Well, market started ripping. But if you go to the 15-minute chart, we had this area here from previous days, right? It was support, then turned into resistance. So I was expecting some weakness around this area here. I was expecting some weakness. And actually 679 right here was kind of a brick wall. It was so hard to break this. And well, that's actually what like what gave me a lot of conviction on my setup. Why? Because we had several reactions, strong rejections of 679 right here. These candles here, these candles here, these candles here, this candle here. Can you see how aggressive were sellers sitting right here, 679 area? So once you broke this range, it was a piece of cake. So, but first, let's talk about bullish setups, right? So we had this nice break and retest of pre-market high, 5-minute opening range. It was actually really nice. Something that I didn't like too much, was how these candles were reacting to this 15-minute chart key level. Why? Because that was telling me that right here you will have a lot of activity. So if you wanted to go higher, you needed to break this key level or this area with a lot of stronger momentum, or you will be pull up to this area like a magnet. And that's exactly what happened, right? So we broke pre-market high, we broke this 5-minute opening range, came back, retested. I really like this reaction here, and I will take this trade right here, not on the retest of the 5-minute opening range, but on the second or even the third candle confirming the move to the upside. So I will enter here. My risk will be the 5-minute opening range or the bottom of this candle, okay? And my first target will be high of the day. So this trade alone, it's a 1 to 2.35 risk reward. So if you were taking same day expiration, you were probably like stop on these candles here, right? This candle, after this move, probably you got like 20% on this move. And with this candle, you came back to break even, or maybe on this candle, you went all the way to break even. If you managed to stay on this trade, you had another chance. But after a third rejection of this 679 and this area here on the 15-minute chart, this was your signal of, brother, get out of the way. So it's bear time, right? So that's actually what happened here. So on this area here, 678, you have this pivot low or this swing low, this support, then it was broke and turned into resistance. Can you see here? So this, I took my entry right here, 1047. I took my entry right here, 1047, and I like this because we had this candle, really nice candle here, came back, retested the 5-minute opening range high on the lower side, but also, I mean, I wasn't paying attention to the name of this tag. I was paying attention to what happened previously here. It was support, then now it's turned into resistance, and I like the break of the pre-market high. So I opened my position here, and my first targets were, or my first target or final target for this trade was 677. Probably on this chart, I was looking something like this. I mean, I want to do this a little bit more dramatic on size. So I was waiting. I was expecting to be here, somewhere around here, 677. And I made a mistake, guys. Today I made a mistake. I was trying to sell half my position around here, 677. And by mistake, I sold my whole position. And I'm not proud of this mistake because two things. First, this is the second time it happens on this month. And I don't know what's going on because I'm truly focused on what I'm doing here. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not on social media right at that moment. I wasn't having I wasn't taking breakfast. I was fully present on this, and I just made a mistake. And that's something that I'm journaling, and that's something that I need to take a look again, because again this is just the second time it happens this month. And well, that was something that I'm regretting. Why? Because I missed more of this move. So I went out somewhere around here on 677, and I missed this move. I missed this move. And well, I was not giving away the opportunity for this trade. So I was trying to be present. I was aware of the market structure. I was looking for reactions on relevant key levels. And I really like this pullback here, or this retracement here. And look at this rejection. So I really like, okay, well, let's give it another try. So for this trade, for this second trade, I entered with half of the position that I was gonna sell here. So in my mind, it was like, okay, well, I made a mistake of the half my size. So I'm just taking another trade with half my size. So that's exactly what I did. So just as I told you, I have a lot of regret. First, because that was an execution mistake. I don't usually have execution mistakes, but this is the second time this month. But the second thing that I'm, I'm having a lot of regret Probably it's like a little bit of ego, but this trade will be hit 100% easily, easily, because I took the next strike. I mean, my first trade was SPY 677, and the second trade was SPY 676. So if I didn't sell by mistake here, half of my position hits 100% easily, 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 easily. I didn't want to go to the options chart to see here, but I mean, look at this move. I mean, it was like a dollar and a half move. So, and we were like 40% around here. So yeah, this was easily a 100%. So yeah, well, I mean, two regrets, right? First, because my execution mistake, but second, because I like to have, I mean, like bigger trades. I know that's kind of ego. But anyway, okay, guys, let me go to the chat. Okay. To Hey, yay. Safe travels, brother. To A3. Well, technically, we didn't get the jobs report, whatever news number was supposed to release. Yeah, I mean, Legal Thunder, can you explain your SMA 20 concept again? Yeah, well, on the daily chart, every time one of the assets that I have on my long term portfolio, it comes back and retests the daily 20 SMA, I'm ready to take more position, to add to my position there. Remember, that's for my investment. That's for my long term. That's for my long term portfolio. So that's something that I learned like 10 years ago or something like that, and it has been working wonders for the past 2-3 years. So every time, uh, I don't know, like Tesla. Well, I don't have. I have just a little bit of Tesla, but it's not even like something big on my portfolio. But for example, the last time I added to Nvidia was on the retest of the daily 20 SMA, and every bounce from there it's like 15%. So it just worked nice. Take a look to that strategy, Lego. Remember, it's on the underlying. It's for the asset, not for day trading or for options. It's for like investing, right? Um, Dian, I had also 676.20 as a key level from 676.20. All right, from please. Okay, 676.20. Something like here, like yeah, this area, yeah, that was, yeah, that was super valid. Also, I mean, a touch of this post market. Is it post market? Yeah, yeah. That was a good key level. That was a good key level. The end. Dora, I've talked to SSA staff during the shutdown. They have been really nice, and I feel bad for them. Yeah, yeah. It's just, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to talk politics here, but yeah, I mean, for some people it's like, okay, well, I mean, you didn't even notice about this, right? But for other people it's like they are not getting paid, and there's a lot of people working on the government, and I just hate that the congressmen and congresswomen, they are not affected at all while taking these decisions that impacts thousands of people. So, but yeah, just stop with politics. It's just what happened to trading related, right? Um, Trading for liberty. Angel, right? Angel. Uh, oh, you're very welcome. I'm really glad that it's clicking for you. Alex, I entered calls 954, 954, 954, 954, 954 here. Oh, that was a really nice trade, Alex. That's actually it's very similar to what I had here. Good, good, good. Californication. I took puts 1050. Puts 1050. Why 1050, brother? I would like to understand with the strong red candle. This one here. You were you were really late for this trade, and look at this. You were really late for this break and retest, and also you were kind of late for this breakout. Why did you get that candle there? I mean, not judging, just trying to understand. If you had an idea there, were you chasing a key level here? Well, I mean, I'm not trying to have the idea, but 677.50, it's a strong key level here. It's a pivot 677.50. So I'm not sure if you were waiting for something like that. Kumar, didn't the structure for the upside break after the price broke below 943? 943. Probably in the 1 minute, but not on the 5 minute. First target 679, and then high of the day. That was a really good trade, Alex. Hello, Annette. Hello, Eileen. Come on, Kumar. You need to trust the setup. Mr. Hans, did you wait for the 47 candle to close? 47. What do you mean 47? One push about, yeah, Gar. Yeah, I know. I know. I should not be so hard with me on this mistake, on this execution mistake. But this is the second time this month. I mean, I had a lot of months without any execution mistake, and this month I already have two. That's what is like kind of worrying me. Keyboard problem? No, no. It was just a distraction, Jason. DC, can you buy it right back, especially if price pulls back a little? It essentially, yeah. Well, that's what I did. That's what I did. But I went with the next strike because I entered something like here. Well, right here it was 676.66, so I just got 676. Yeah, because it will not average this on my favor. It will hit this percentage. Yeah, I just took another one. Health conductors. Gavin, you said your name is Gavin, right? What is your win rate? Did you only take that two trades? Yeah, I only took these two trades. It was supposed to be only one because I was it was I was supposed to take only one because guys, not sure if you read the previous post to the charts, but tomorrow it's a bank holiday on the United States. It's the Veterans Day. It's the Veterans Day. So we won't have banks. So everything that you traded today is not gonna be settled until Wednesday. So if you use all of your funds on your account today, you won't have anything to play tomorrow. All right. Uh, Last month, Gavin. Last month it was on the high 70s, on the high 70s. Okay. To guard your second short on the SPY wasn't off of a key level, seems a little risky. Well, that's a really good question, Gar. That's a really good question. Well, my confidence was on two different things. First, look at how strong is this drop. Oh, sorry. Look how strong is this drop. So remember, price can't be this parabolic. It always needs a comeback. And in my mind, this was kind of the retest of this 677. It didn't hit 677 for 5 cents. So this area here was kind of the, like the, some people call the fair value gap and some people call imbalance. So yes, I was willing to risk all the way to the today's opening, or maybe to this 677.38. That's a key level on the daily chart, because it was half my position. Yeah, but when I watch this rejection here, and can you see this candle actually? This candle actually closed below the previous candle. So on the next candle here, confirming the move to the downside, I opened this second position, and I was just expecting to touch my 15-minute key level, my 15-minute chart key level. That was my very last. That was my very 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 last target. And actually, if you are on the Discord, you might see that I posted this trade like here 11:10 or something like that. I mean, I didn't wait for this to go back to break even. When I watch this candle here, I just close my position because I already hit my really last target. But yeah, that was a super good question, because the risk. I mean, I was willing to risk less here, but yeah, that was a kind of a small risk. Um, Hey, you die. I didn't know that's your name for YouTube. All right. Okay. Thank you for your questions. Tiana Nicole, welcome to the community. I never seen your name either. Do you use volume to confirm your entries? I ended up losing on the first two trades this morning due to waiting for a bullish candle with volume. I don't I don't watch volume, but I try to lean more on price action instead of on volume. So yeah, the answer is no. I don't use it for my entries, but I use it for my key levels. Sometimes when I'm not sure about where to set my 15-minute chart key levels, I don't use the volume profile, I use the volume by price. So I just come here, use this one here, anchored volume profile, and I just go like, okay, well, I want to know what are the key levels, the relevant key levels on this area here. Can you see can you see this one? How well my key levels work around these areas of a lot of interaction. So for example, maybe this key level was not even relevant. Do you see the volume gap here? So maybe this key level was not relevant. Let's take it out, because this key level was relevant here, this key level was relevant here, this key level was relevant here, this key level was relevant here. So do you see how well this works? So I don't use it for my entries, but for sure I use it for planning my exits around my 15-minute chart key levels. Hello Tasnim, Mr. Hans, Rafa, I missed the QQQ trade. Let me go there. Neto, on the first trade, I was a little bit scared of the zone form at the pre-market 677. 67. Like this, yeah. In 677, 67. It it's it's not here, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you my I'm gonna show you my chart, the one I trade with. Okay, so this is the 1 minute chart. Do you see how on this chart I have this white box for this area that you said? Yeah, I had it right there. I had it right there. Yeah, I identify it as a potential range, and it actually worked really nice. Can you see? That was one of my confirmations to the downside on my second entry, the retest of this area here. Do you see, guys, why this area was relevant and why I took this trade here? I understand when you say, well, Neto, but this is like your risk here. What about your risk here? Well, I was actually looking left and saying like, okay, well, this is a rejection of that area. Okay. So let me go again to this chart. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so this is the chart that I'm showing you for the trade review, but the other one is my chart for my trades. Okay. And yes, I was looking at that area. Thank you for pointing that. Okay. Good eye there, Dian. Mr. Hans, when you entered your trade, did you wait for the 1047 candle to close? 1047. 1047. No, I waited for this candle to break the pre-market high. To break the pre-market high. Gavin. Shoki, I enter SPY calls 1238. 1238. Why there? Guys, tell me your idea. Tell me your idea. I mean, not only like, oh, well, I just enter here or something. Tell me your idea. Price was confirming move back up through the flip zone. Okay. Okay, well, it's kind of a breakout trade. Let's say it's a breakout trade. Would you say that? Maybe. Yeah, where is it? Where is it right now? Oof, 680. That was a nice trade. I just don't get how to enter here on the break and retest. But yes, it was a super nice trade. And also, I mean, if you were thinking on this like a breakout reclaim of this area, that was a super nice trade. Around what is your win rate at the end of the month? Yeah, high 70s, high 70s. But the risk reward that I have, it's like crazy because when I take a loss on this strategy, I usually take it below 25%. But every time I have a win on this kind of strategy, it's something like this. I mean, this is not my whole trade, but my risk reward or my average return on my contracts or my whole trade, it's around 45, 50. So when I take a loss, it's like I take it like really fast. I take it really fast because I know that the next one is gonna just make it back. I trust a lot on this setup. Maybe I need to share my Tritella stats. I will do it at the end of November, so you see everything that happened in November, right? Tesla, we will go to Tesla in a second. DC, yeah, I use most of my buying power of tomorrow. Okay. Tiana Nicole, welcome. Alberto, why you didn't enter the trade on 955? 955. Let me read it again. Why you didn't enter the trade on 955 and how did you know it was going to be a fake out? 955. 1055 maybe? Alberto, you are in Central Time or Eastern Time? If you were talking about this one here, why I didn't enter on this 1055? Well, remember guys, I pay for clarity. I don't like to guess the rejections or the bounces. I prefer to wait for the price action, not the previous one, 955. What do you mean? Why I didn't enter here? Oh, because you have a lot of momentum here. You want this momentum to fade. After having these candles here, all these move here, I'm not sure if this is the look at the reaction around this key level. How well these candles are reacting. So yeah, no, I don't see too much of weakness here. I mean, I understand like why you didn't take this break, displacement retest, but look at the price. I don't know how to explain this, but you need to be watching these candles how they work here, so you understand that this momentum is not over. I, Again, I don't know how to explain this, but also look at this. Also look at this. This is just the retest of the 5 minute opening range. So right here, it's just grabbing momentum. This is just the starting momentum to the upside. Yeah, this is actually one of the setups that we use the most, right? The break and retest of the 5 minute opening range. So yeah, no, I needed like something else, something that is telling me the bullish moment is over, at least for some times. And I think that was below this key level, the 5 minute opening range. Not sure. Yeah, not sure if this is clear for you, Alberto. Gar, that's interesting using volume as key level indicators. Yeah, but remember, it's not volume profile, it's volume by price. So it's volume not on the time, but in the price. All right. You can, yeah, try it and see how well your key levels are positioned with the volume there. I like to try the week to date and the month to date. All right, and see how price has been reacting. But I mean, if you think that you can do it differently and work for you, that's great. Maybe is the 15-minute key level that you deleted still relevant with low volume? Probably. QQQ calls, give me 1 second. I don't know how to use the EMAs for confirmation. Do you wait for the candle close to take a loss, or do you exit? It depends on how the candle is developing and where, right? If it's in the middle of nothing, I wait for the candle to close. But if it's close to a key level, I wait. I wait. Uh, Neto, for the first put trade you took, where was your first scale? On this one? Right here, 677.38. On the break of this. I mean, I was waiting for the reaction here, and when I saw that this just came back, I waited. I mean, I waited for the break of this key level here, and then on the next candle, it's when I closed my trade by mistake. Uh, will have break under 943 candle. No, I think it will be under this 678.13. There is no lower high yet or potential size of market shifting. Here, yeah, but this was the today's opening, so I was just like, again, I was waiting for the reaction here. I was waiting for the reaction here. When I saw that this broke, I just de-risk and sold part of my position. And then here I was about to sell more and I closed my trade because boomer. Okay. Sorry. All right, guys, let's go to QQQ. Because we are only I will only have 12 minutes more because I need to prepare for a meeting. But I want you to see QQQ. All right, QQQ. We had this break and retest of the 5-minute opening range high. All right, so it's pretty similar to what we have on SPY, but QQQ was stronger. So QQQ, if you took your position here on this reaction, and you were aiming to high of the day, it was a more than 1 to 3 risk reward. I actually like it. You created a higher high, then you had a higher low, then you had a higher high. So you were on every push. You should be selling some, right? Do you remember I always tell you always be selling into strength abscess. So on every push you should be selling at least some, right? And once, look at this, once you hit this 622 key level, look how many reactions you had here. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reactions around this key level 622. So once, bájale por favor. Once you watch all of these reactions here, you should be ready to de-risk your trade. All right. So I really like this, but then give me 1 second, guys. Okay. And now, okay, so now you have all this area here. This is your swing low, your pivot low. Once you break this area here and retest, this is your nice opportunity here, right? You are below 621. You are below this area here. You are below this area here. And now you can take this drop. I will be aiming something like here, right? 620 maybe. No, 620, no, 620, no. But at least, like the pre-market high, 5 minute opening range high. But this, look at this weakness. Look at this weakness. Actually, even if you try it, I mean, you will not be able to take anything probably all the way here to 619, right? All the way to 619. And then you have this second chance to enter into this position or into this trade. Why? Because SPY was dropping hard. And remember, even when they are not mirrors, they follow each other. And QQQ is usually following SPY. So this was kind of the second entry here, the rejection of this 619.50 below the pre-market high, below this area here. So I will be trying to enter here and aiming what the 15-minute key chart, the key levels, 15-minute chart key levels, or maybe 617.50 or pre-market low. Actually, you got pre-market low, right? I mean, you had this break and retest of the 5 minute opening range low and this drop to the pre-market low. So you had a lot of opportunities on QQQ. Let's take a look what you tried here. May I ask, what do you think QQQ call at 9:51 a.m.? 9:51 a.m. Well, it's this trade. I think it was a valid one. The break and retest of the, look at this, how it was resistance, then turn into support. Okay. Break and retest, 5 minute opening range high. That was our valid trade. Anyone took different? What do you think? CL? Oh, that's the same question. QQQ, something, someone else. Rafa, I missed the QQQ trade because you were looking at another ticker. How many tickers do you suggest I look at as a beginner? One. Choose one. Choose one. Master it. Identify how it behaves, how it reacts to time, how it reacts to days, how it reacts to data, how it reacts to the relative with like relative strength and relative weakness with SPY and QQQ. Neto, but how do you suggest just watching one? Two. Use two and use only one index. All right. So on your chart, you can have on the free version of TradingView, you can have 3 charts. Use it for QQQ and one or two other tickers, but not more. I mean, especially if you are a beginner, you should not be watching more than 2 tickers and QQQ or SPY, whatever you think it works better. For some tickers of the Max 7, it's better to watch SPY. For other tickers on the Max 7, it's better to watch QQQ. Which ones? You need to decide. It depends on, like on your style. Okay? But yes, Rafa, don't watch too much. I mean, master one thing first and then add tools to your tool belt. But don't try to watch too many things. And remember, for some people, especially the beginners, this sounds like, no, Neto, I will be losing a lot of opportunities. But brother, believe me, you don't want a lot of opportunities. You want quality opportunities. So the more you focus, the more you will learn about the tickers and the better trades you will take. So don't try to take anything that you see across the board. No, take only what you think that you have back tested and know for sure it works. Quality over quantity. All right. Aniket, was the V-shaped recovery on the indices due to a tap into the gap up? Fundamentally, I understand that government lift up kind of gave this that sentiment, but technically, was that a good confluence? I I don't know how to answer that, Aniket. I don't know how to answer that. I mean, I I will be expecting reactions on here, but I will never say like, oh well, we're gonna retest here and this is gonna be the bottom of the move. No, no, no. I will never try to guess. So technically, I mean on the technical analysis, this key level will be a really nice point to be ready and prepared for take some action, right? But would I say this is gonna be the V-shaped recovery? I will never say that. I mean, this is the gap and go. This is the gap and go kind of place. But there, I mean, the gap fill. It's also a nice, like another nice setup. And we are gonna have a huge gap here. Look at this. This is the previous day high 609 610, and this is the low of the day 617. $7 gap here. I mean, I know it's not too much. It's like 1.2% of the underlying. However, it's gonna be a huge gap. Is it gonna be filled anytime soon? I don't know. But yeah, so not sure if I explained myself, Aniket. I will never say like, okay, well, this is gonna be the very bottom of the move. I I will never dare to try to guess this, but I will be ready to take action here, just because, just as you said, that was the very edge of the gap. So if if bulls were this strong on the pre-market, yeah, I will be, like, be ready to see if they were serious about this move, right? And they were. Look at this. They really were. All right, guys. So we are over the hour. We are over the hour. I'm. I won't be on the tech names today. I'm sorry, but I need to go. Um, I'm working. So, guys, just for you to know, so I'm gonna be testing this afternoon the charts on the channel. So I am sorry if you have the notifications on. I'm sorry, probably you will be receiving a few notifications today later, but I just want to, I'm just trying to find the way to share my charts on the morning, and you are able to see everything that it's, like everything we are looking at, right? Especially the price levels. So guys, thank you very much. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and remember, I need to know if you are watching the pre-market charts. Just let me know with a like or with a comment, and that way I will know that, like, there's people actually looking at them. So again, I'm gonna be testing how to do it on a proper way this afternoon. Sorry if you receive a lot of notifications, but tomorrow morning you will have fresh charts in this channel. All right. So guys, thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.